Okay, welcome everybody. This is the Sarasota Technology Users Group meeting in Sarasota, Florida. Does anybody have a question to get us started?
Yes.
Yes, James, please do.
In the last Monitor, there was an article about a new organization for helping people with their computer. And it was from the STUG, apparently. And what it said was there are several emails addresses there, and one was to the owner of something. So what is the owner of that organization? Who is that? Is that a
What's
person?
what's the organization? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Is it Stug?
That's what I don't know. It says an email address for the owner.
James,
is
if you
no
could,
e-
if you could tell me the page that article is on, I'll look it up.
It's in the beginning of it. It's probably, I don't know exactly, but I don't have it in front of me. But it's in the first few pages.
Okay, I'll scan and see what's going on.
Okay.
Um, hmm.
I just
You might have
wondered.
been talking about the groups.io.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
that's it.
That's
And
a group that you, because you're a member of STUG, that you can use. And the owner is the person who is running that group, which is me. And uh, and it just, that's the terminology that groups.io uses for the person who is in charge of it. And once you're registered there, you can leave a note. Somebody this week left a question, and Mike answered it and solved it for the guy. And so people leave questions and get answers from other people. The more it's used, the more people that look at it can answer questions.
And
So,
I
but you
still
have,
have a green screen I'm trying to get rid of.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, and
Yeah, if
I
anybody,
have one just like it, so I
Yeah,
can't.
I know. Yeah, I got my
That,
idea from you originally. Yeah.
yeah,
so Huey, whoever's running it is the owner. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Hmm.
And just to clarify, running what? Is it a session, a meeting, a Zoom session, a club?
No, it's a Q&A. They used to have a lot of them, and I can't remember what they were called. Can someone help me out? There was something that when with the old BBSs and so on, you could have a forum of some type.
like a bulletin board.
Yeah, it was like a bulletin board. It was just quite a Q&A type of thing. But let me.
You're not talking about the Yahoo group, are you?
Yahoo Groups went away,
Right.
and so I switched it over to groups.io. So it works just like the Yahoo Groups or the
Mhm.
Google Groups. It
Yeah.
doesn't cost anything.
Yeah. You can optionally in groups.io create subgroups so that you have like one of the groups that I belong to, they have a main group that has all of the members in it. Because they don't use Constant Contact to share meeting information. They send out all of their notices to the groups.io. And then they have underneath that, they have a Linux group and a Windows group and a graphics group and a Excel group. And you can join optionally the list so that if somebody sends to the Windows group, you only get it if you've manually joined the Windows group.
Okay. James, are you squared away with the discussion we just had to help you, I hope?
Yes, yes.
I'm going to
Okay.
share my screen here and show you that I did some screen captures and put them in there how to use it. But let me go ahead and share and share screen. Okay, so I belong to a few groups. I'm sure Drew has a lot more, but this is the STUG group, and what you have is you have some Q&A where people can leave a question, and then people can answer it. So here's the question that came, and let's see, review all three messages. And here's his message. So the first one is, I found an old iBook G4, and he was looking for a power supply. And he asked Mike if they had one in the refurb shop. And he said no, but he went ahead and gave him a link to where he could find one on Amazon. And I clicked on it. It was about 20 or $30. And so he went ahead and ordered it. So he got his question answered. And so you can have all different kinds of questions. Let's see, how do I move up here? Messages, the STUG. Well, no, I didn't go. Messages. It may not look quite the same when you do it, but here are a bunch of the questions that people have asked. And then when you click on it, you can see where people have answered and so on. And you can leave a question there by just actually, if you look at the notice, there's an address that you can put as the address and it'll go directly to it. You don't have to do anything to get in, but you do have to register to be on it, and I have to okay that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go ahead and stop the share, but that's basically it's a place where you can ask a question and hope people read it and answer it for you.
Okay, so
Instead
if
of
I,
sending out an email and 10 people, some people answer it so other people can see it, some don't see it, and so on. And this way it's like a public Q&A.
okay, to sum that up, if I was unfamiliar with this and wanted to participate, I would see a notice in the STUG monitor that references this.
I just put a big article in this month's monitor that explains how to sign up for it.
Okay, thank you. That's what I
Yeah,
needed to
and
know.
I think I don't want to lie, but I think that there's a link on the homepage of the website that allows you to get to groups.io also.
Yeah,
I
I think
believe
you're
so,
right,
too.
Drew.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's see if somebody else has another question. Keep us rolling. Anybody?
Come on, somebody have something broken.
I had a question today, and I didn't know the answer, and finally I had to do some serious searching on it. At one time, before Google had their Google Photos, there were a couple of websites that you could save your photos to. And the one of them that I belonged to was free. It is no longer free, but I got 6,000 pictures up there, so I do pay for it, so I don't lose those pictures. But uh, you can make them public and have albums and people can go look at them. So sometimes I'll have an event or something and I post all the pictures there and give them a link to it and they can go to it. Google Photos has that now too, but I used it and I have all these photos out there. I've been there since 1990, in the 1990s, I think is when I started what I was posting there. And I couldn't think of its name, so I couldn't sign into it. Because and that's the problem I have with a lot of things. I'm looking for a picture that I know what the picture looks like, and I know I got it on my computer. I have no idea what I would have called it as a file name, and I can't find it. And so finding things, you really need to set some kind of a routine up. And file names are very important if you want to search for something. And then, and by the way, does anyone remember what it might have been where I saved those pictures?
No.
Huh?
I'd like to,
Butterfly?
No, wasn't Shutterfly. At that time, it was part of Yahoo.
I don't know.
It was called Flickr.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, Flickr. Yeah.
And Flickr's still out there. Yahoo sold them many years ago, and I don't even know who owns them now. But my Yahoo address is what signs me in, and of course, I don't check my Yahoo mail. I haven't checked it in
Yeah.
probably 5 years. And of course, when I went to sign in to take a look at that
Spam,
picture,
spam.
no, when I went to sign in, it said, "Oh, we're going to send you some numbers to your email, and you're going to have to put them in." I said, "Oh my God, now I got to go look for my Yahoo mail and sign into it." And I did get it. I finally got on and I found the picture that I wanted.
There's
No,
usually
I didn't find the
Yeah.
picture I wanted. I did. Apparently, it's not
Yeah.
up there either. So it wasn't in Google
Yeah.
Photos and it wasn't there.
Yeah. You have to try if you can immediately put photographs into an album so that you have them categorized. But if there's a picture that you have that has an object in it, or a person or a dog, you can sometimes in Google Photos, like I have a
Yeah.
picture of an owl, and if I say, show me all the pictures of an owl, Google Photos brings up those pictures.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic that way.
Yeah,
And
it
I
will,
did,
it
and
will
I did
do it
look for
for
that picture.
it will do it for a specific person, even if they age. Google will try to find it. I was wondering if we could go around. You do not have to volunteer, but if you unmute yourself, I would be curious. I think other people would benefit. Where do you save your photos? Do you save them on your iPad, on your Windows computer, on the C drive? Do you use an online service? Like I use Google Photos. So I'll start and I have maybe 1,000 photos and I use Google Photos and I don't have to pay for it because I'm not using that much. Somebody else want to tell us what you do with photos?
I use Google Photos and I also have some OneDrive from Microsoft. Pictures, they call it. So I've got some of
OneDrive is specific for, there is a part of
Yeah.
OneDrive that is specific for photos.
Well, what happens is there's not a photos like in Google Photos, but there is a photos folder. And what you can do is like I have, I'll share while I'm talking. I back up to Google Photos, to OneDrive, and to pCloud. And so every time I take a screen capture or a photo or a video, it automatically goes to all three places. And OneDrive app for the mobile, and that works on both Windows, not on both Android and iPhone. You can have it upload your photos. And pCloud does the same thing if you happen to subscribe to it. And Google does as well. So if I take a picture and I happen to be sitting on my Windows computer, it's very easy for me to get to my OneDrive. So that's where I pull the picture from.
So you save it to 3 different places. And I use Google Photos, and if I delete a photo from Google Photos, I believe I had it set up so it would delete it from all the devices.
Yes,
that
it's
sound
supposed.
correct?
It's if you have Google Photos on each of your devices,
Yeah.
deleting it from Google Photos as opposed to deleting it from your phone. If you delete it locally from your phone, it's only going to delete it from phone.
Right. But if you delete it from Google Photos, I think I set the option years ago to go ahead and delete it from all my devices as well.
Right.
All my photos are organized the only way it comes by date. If I have to find a photo, I don't use albums, which is kind of my choice, I guess. I just go through the scroll and find it by date. I don't think I take more than 200 pictures a year, so it's not that difficult for me.
I'm in the midst of trying to organize my photos, but I find that Google Photos saves everything. You know, I'll take a picture of Huey and turn it into his 4th of July wheelbarrow picture, and it'll save it, even though I don't particularly need it saved. So I end up with a lot of extra pictures that I've just looked through things, trying to find something to put on a blog post or on Facebook, and I end up with incredible amounts of things I'll never use again.
Yeah.
Do you know how many pictures of my cell phone screenshots have been saved up in Google Photos?
Yeah. It's the wasteland of the universe.
I think unfortunately, it's the preferred method rather than trying to find a photo that has not been saved. So Google tries to do the right thing and save everything, and you have to go in and delete the ones you don't want.
Yeah.
I think
My-
Anybody else? What do you use for photos? Anything different?
Well, I'm using Google Photos, but I'm also using Amazon Photos, and every picture I take goes to both of those services. So if Google exploded tomorrow, I'd still have my photos on the Amazon platform, and vice versa.
Yep.
Very
I mean, that's
interesting.
not
And
my
Kathleen
strategy.
Kathleen would like to share.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I have an Apple desktop and my photos are all 18,364 photos are there somewhere. I also have Google. I'm afraid to look at Google, so the photos go there and I haven't opened Google Photos in years. So I have, basically, I guess you could say I have a real mess.
But you still have those pictures, and that's the nice thing. And what Google Photos is really good about is they send every once in a while a memory from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and it does bring back some good memories. And I've shared some of those, and it's fun. And I do have, I forgot, I'm in the 28,000, 30,000 range on Google Photos, plus the 6 or 8,000 I have on Yahoo Photos. So, and they're different. They're not blended.
And I think Google charges based on the volume of space you use altogether. That would be your email, your photos, everything on Google Drive. I think that's all lumped together in the space that you use. Is that correct? And then if you want more, then you have to
Yeah.
pay for them.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
changed a couple of years ago to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Victor
Yeah.
has his hand up.
Okay, I'm missing hands. Please go ahead, Victor.
Well, I was going to tell you, in addition to OneDrive and Google, I also use an external hard drive. I back my photos up, so it's really 3 different sites off it. And then you're talking about photos that you take every month. Once a month, I take and go through my Google Photos and delete the stuff I don't want. And I'm like, I don't know who the gentleman was that had all those screenshots. I have a bunch too. I go through and delete all those screenshots at that time too.
You know,
Yeah.
You gotta
you
stay
brought
on
up
top of it.
the
30
absolute.
minutes.
Go ahead, Victor. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was gonna say, 30 minutes a month is a whole lot better than 3 or 4 days, a year later. Trying to figure out
Yeah.
what you want to keep or not keep.
I think that is a very good key is you have to keep on top of it. A monthly review and an annual review of all your photos, I think is imperative.
One of
My
the
James
problem
problems
is-
McIntyre has his hand up. James, go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to make a comment about OneDrive. I've used OneDrive for a long time to store my photographs. I have about 72,000 there. And the thing that I really like about it, I can look up any of those photos on my iPhone or iPad, and it only costs, I think it's about $100 a year for OneDrive and all of the apps that go with it. All of Microsoft Office 365 is on there
Right.
for $100.
All right,
Gerber
Dave
stands up.
Gerber.
Dave?
Yeah, the other thing I like about saving to Amazon Photos is if like me, you have a number of Alexa Show devices in your house, the photos that you upload to Amazon Photos will show up on your device if you elect that feature, and it's like electric picture frame.
Yeah.
Well, I think you
And
can
then
do
you,
that with Google Photos on
Well,
on
maybe on their device.
on
Yeah.
TVs. No, on TVs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, other comments on
Um,
photos? Go ahead, Drew. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
yeah, I have an Android TV, so I have the Google Photo. You can probably get this on other TVs. I have the Google Photos app itself on my TV.
Does that mean you can look at all your pictures on your TV?
Yeah,
Where you can select and have a slideshow.
yep.
Okay. Any other hands up? Anybody?
Questions,
Anything?
recipes?
Can we have a presentation at some point about using more than one email? Because I have Google Photos for 2 different emails. And I've got
Oh,
drives for 2 different emails, and it gets
oh,
all confusing.
that's simple. On your phone, if you go into Google Photos or Google Drive, in the upper right-hand picture, in the upper right-hand corner is your profile picture for the account. And if you have two different accounts, add them both to your Google Photos on your phone, and then you can switch back and forth.
Yeah, the problem is the switching back and forth. I never know where something is.
Well, your phone should have a default location.
Yeah, it does.
Kathleen?
Yes, I managed to discover some old electronics, and I would like to send them to your fix-it place in Florida. But I recall Bill saying things about locked computers. And this is a lot, I don't know whether it's a laptop. Do laptops from 2001, are they locked, or is that just newer things get locked?
Are you talking about your Apple computer?
Actually the Apple laptop from 2001.
Okay, that's all right. We can get through any locks on a laptop. It's the iPhones, iPads, and on many Androids that are locked. In other words, you can't even get by the home screen without a passcode. Those are the ones we cannot utilize.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, any other questions or comments from anyone?
Uh,
Does it have to be tech related?
well,
Actually, no.
no. Do you have a
No
good do
matter
you have a
what
good
you come
chocolate
up
chip?
with, no matter what you come up with, I guarantee there's going to be a tech relation to it somehow.
Yeah.
Well, I live in Arlington, Texas, where the University of Texas at Arlington resides here with 50,000 students, but they have this new program called Golden Mavs. Their mascot is Mavericks, and so it's Golden Mavs. It's a new program they just started. They reached out to me and asked me to teach a couple of classes there. It's through their extension service, so it's volunteer instructors. And I tried to find out before I agreed to teach these 2 classes, whether the attendees, is there a charge for it? And I couldn't find whether there was or not. Even Gemini didn't know, couldn't find out. And I could have asked, but I didn't have the right number to ask. So I volunteered, and they started the background check this morning. And then I found out that they're charging seniors, this is for people 50 and over, they're charging $175 for a membership. And I guess you can take as many classes as you want for $175 per semester. My question is, do you think seniors will pay $175 to go? There's so much free education available, if you're at all tech savvy. And so I backed out this morning. I just said I didn't realize that the attendees would have to pay $175. all of us instructors are volunteers, and so I'm withdrawing my my proposal.
Yeah, I
Were
don't
you
think
going to-
that
were you going to-
would go that route.
Were you going to do it online, or are you going to be
Yeah, you
in
could do
person?
it in person or online, either one. And because Zoom is so much easier, I did elect, and I only volunteered to teach one session of each topic. One session, the first one session was called Mastering the Next Chapter, a guide for solo agers. That's one class, 90 minutes. And the second one was Plastic in Your Pantry, What's Hiding in Your Food, Water, and Air, and Why You Should Care. Because I'm all into microplastics and nanoplastics and what that's doing to our bodies, and a lot of people are not aware of. We can't get rid of all plastics, but we can certainly reduce our exposure.
Sure. I know that we have basically an adult education run out of the schools here, adult and community enrichment, and they charge like $70, $80 for a 3-session course, three
Wow.
2-hour sessions. Okay.
Elva, it
So,
sounds like you could do one of our presentations.
oh, she can take my class anytime. But
What
so
is your
for
class, Bill?
charging $150 or so for
Yeah.
whatever classes you want all year long is not a bad deal.
And I know
And
Bob
it's primarily
Cohen
for
teaches also at a what do you call it, junior college or
Community college.
community college. Bob Cohen, he's got a session tonight at 8 p.m.
And the classes are really attended a lot, mostly here by seniors, mostly here.
And they pay $80 for 3 sessions?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. You live in a richer
But they have
area.
basket weaving and
Yeah, exactly.
a lot of different, they offer about 100 and some courses.
They had a list of about 50 different topics, and AI
Yeah.
was not on that list. And I thought, wow, where are you living? Under a rock, or what is the matter with you? Seniors are interested in AI,
Yes.
whether they're scared of it or, use it or whatever.
Alva, there's also whether or not you would pay, whether or not you can pay $170.
Mm-hmm.
Some of
Yeah.
us have budgets that's a lot of money.
But they weren't paying the teachers anything. They're all volunteers.
Yeah. The teachers are all volunteers, no pay.
Did you have to become a member like everybody else?
No. No. In fact, when I withdrew my proposal, I said, never mind, don't do the background check because I'm backing out. And they said, Elva, the instructors don't have to pay anything. I said, no, I understand that, but I just don't feel comfortable charging $175, even though I know universities are having a funding drought, they're really hurting for money. And this is a way, maybe, I'm curious to see how many show up. They're having the kickoff meeting tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. till noon. And I was planning to go to that until I read that they're charging $175. Huey, what do you think?
I did some teaching at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, adult, and they actually gave me the book to teach from, and they did charge the people, and I had pretty good attendance, but there were some classes they just didn't have enough signed up for, and I didn't teach them. But that was back, I was teaching Excel and Word and Windows in general, and those kind of things, and but it was a sit down and they had computers and we had lessons that they had to go through.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to wind up because it is 1 minute after 7. I'm going to turn it over to Huey to start when he is ready. and he has some announcements, and then I will announce the featured super speaker today, Mr. Bill Crow, when Huey is done with his announcements. Take it
Okay,
away, Huey.